What's up everybody, this is Omega Primus, and it's been a long time since I reviewed any action figures, but today I will be reviewing the Injustice Gods Among Us Catwoman vs. Doomsday action figure 2-pack from DC Direct. And I got this because I'm such a huge fan of the Doomsday character. Also, this is my first action figures from the Injustice Gods Among Us series. So as you can see, it comes in this awesome box. On one side is an awesome picture of both characters, Doomsday and Catwoman. On the back is the rest of the characters that you can collect within the wave. And all of these are 3 by 3/4 inch. And another shot of both figures. One sculpted by Steve Kiwas and the other one is sculpted by Paul Harding. Alright, so let's unbox this and review these awesome figures. Now, at first glance, I'm already impressed by how Doomsday looked. Just check out the size on this guy. He's supposed to be 3 by 3/4 inch tall, but he looks like a 5-inch figure. And the amount of detail on his bone spikes just looks amazing. I'm not sure if he's the tallest figure within the Injustice Gods Among Us action figures line, but he certainly is a hell of a lot taller than Catwoman here. And no, these do not come with any accessories. I actually just used one of the twisty ties and just put it in her hand as sort of like a whip. Because you know how Catwoman usually has a whip. But if you stand her up straight, straighten out her legs, stand her up next to Doomsday. Yeah. He is that tall. For articulation on Catwoman, her head is going to go up and down, left and right. It also could do a full 360. For both of her arms, she's going to have articulation in her shoulder, so that could go out and in, forward and back. She has articulated elbows, and in the wrist as well. And for her upper torso, she does have an ab crunch, but on mine it seems to be very stiff. And also on the upper mid part of her torso, she has some articulation on there. So you could make her do the twist. And for her legs do go forward that much, but does not go back because it's hindered by that part right there. So it only goes, yeah, it only stops like right there, and it can only go forward. But they could go out and in. 2 joints in the knee, and it does swivel at the ankle joint here. Now for Doomsday, he does have articulation in the head. He can go left and right, up and down. I think he can go a full 360, but I don't want to risk it because of his ponytail here. For his arms, they could go out that much, because you can see he has this huge protruding bone spikes from his shoulders. And they could go in about that much. He has such huge, massive shoulders here and arms. But he does have articulation in the bicep part and in the lower arm. Let's see, on this side it's a little stiff. Let's check this side. Yeah, in the lower arm he does have some articulation and some elbow joints. Once again, there's an ab crunch, but it looks very stiff. And more articulation is upper mid torso. For the legs, they could split a lot better than Catwoman. Yeah, so they could go out that much, go in, go forward about only that much, and it could go back about that much. He does have 2 joints in the knee area, as you can see. And in the lower leg, it does look like he has some articulation down there. Yep. And he has articulation in the ankle. Now here's a quick size comparison with other 3 3/4 figures from the Marvel Universe line. As you can see, Doomsday still towers over these Marvel figures. He's a very, very tall guy. I'm glad I got this guy. And as you can see, Catwoman here is still smaller than all of these guys. And here is the Injustice Gods Among Us Doomsday next to the 6-inch Doomsday from DC Universe line. And he's pretty close in size with the 6-inch figures. I'm impressed that they made him this tall. And if you want to see Catwoman here, she's still tiny compared to both of them. Now, both of these figures look amazing. Very well detailed. Very impressed by the size of Doomsday here. And on Catwoman, as you can see, the amount of detail put on her is just really good. But I have one minor gripe, and that's she can't stand on her own very good, which is why throughout this video you see me put her up against other figures or against the cardboard background. So if I try to stand her up on her own, she'll just fall over just like that. And I don't know why the balancing is weird. Maybe I have to put it on a harder surface because I have a soft surface right now, but this is how her feet are sculpted on the bottom. I don't know if you guys could see that. And I don't know if you guys could see that, but that's how the bottom of her feet are sculpted. And once again, I don't know if these are meant to stand on a harder surface, but they don't stand very well for me in this video, as you can see. But she's alright up against her buddy Doomsday there. So alright, I would recommend getting both of these figures if you're a fan of Injustice Gods Among Us, or if you're a collector like me. Like I said, I got this solely for the Doomsday figure, and I am very impressed with him. He looks beast, and I will be putting him on display in my room next to other figures. And like I said, I'm going to put these figures in more poses, and I'm going to do that right now. Alright, so I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.